Welcome back. So I did take a look at that hint that involved Galaxy. I'll head back there now. Apparently there is a differently colored clownfish you can find there around Galaxy, which is an interesting thing to hear. Ooh, hello. He looks differently colored, actually. I saw a fish look kind of different from the rest. There might be some really rare ones mixed in with everyone else here, I don't know. But there's apparently one hanging out in Galaxy that's a bit different from the rest, which is an interesting thing to hear about. I guess I did act last episode like I'd actually done basically everything in this ocean other than the dolphin stuff. I was pretty far from finding all the creatures in that game, and there's tons and tons and tons of stuff to find if you want to see all the different species. And there are a lot of notable ones where you just had to be in the right place at the right time, like the giant squid at one point that I found just by being in the right corner of the trench at one point. So there's apparently a clownfish near here. It's a bit different from the rest. Galaxy. Dozens of fish, but I only want one in particular. With the same tigerfish? Or lionfish? Whatever. It is, and I need to not touch it. So that will cut your trip very short. And it's interesting that this game actually has some kind of adversarial mechanic. You are different. Hey, come on. Looks like a frogfish? Something like that. Ah! It's always it's striated, my favorite kind of frogfish. I found a few of those back in this ocean. Unfortunately, you don't really have any reference to where these locations are relative to the above ground areas. That would be nice if you could do that. That's just a random clownfish. So it says you can find an Ocellaris clownfish somewhere here that is not orange. And I'm very curious about that. Ooh! I feared it was black, because I felt like I had seen black clownfish before. Black clownfish. Haha! Very nice. I think that was the only hint that applied to Mary Bay, though. Darn it. Eh. Trying to multitask a little bit right now. Sorry. Just trying to do that sneakily and then kind of failed to do so. So I can go back to where that statue was, if nothing else. Because that was a peculiar thing to see in particular. It is interesting they devoted as much of the hints in this one resort to this one game mode though as they did. I wonder if the other resorts will have something similar to this where there's one mini game that you can spend like half your playtime on. Was it through here that I found the statue? Didn't pay enough attention to the map when I found the statue, unfortunately. This place is disconcertingly open. Here we go. It is. Yeah, I think some people, like in like a space setting or like an underwater setting, will sometimes have like some kind of like agoraphobia or something. The only time I'm ever bothered by any kind of open space is in a game like this. If I just look at a shot like this where like there's nothing, it's void, like you can't even see the ground. Or if you go up to the surface and you look out and there are no identifying features anywhere, it's just water and sky everywhere. That does freak me out a little bit, admittedly, which I've only ever discovered in games like this. Like this, I don't like that I'm just like looking out into the void right now. The game doesn't either. I don't blame the game. Just nothingness. So I guess this is where this area ends. So I figured I'd find some different fish here or something. Yeah, it's pretty obvious where the boundary is here. Notice as well they're not swimming out in that weird random barren void. Because that's where you get super disoriented too. It's not as bad in this game because you can't really get yourself all twisted and looking in the wrong direction, but in this ocean, you could absolutely disorient yourself and like end up upside down or something if you're not super careful about how you move. It's a very intriguing statue. I forgot what you say, game. I want a picture of this. That might be everything to do here, though. I might actually just quit right now. Save us a little bit of time. There might be something else to find there at some point. Certified Advanced. I disagree, but okay. Curious if there are going to be many gaps in our diving chart here. Oh, dolphin is of course number one. Dolphin number one. You can only use the D-pad to rotate this creature, and it only rotated left and right. That's weird. I don't know why you can't use the stick to rotate it on every axis, but... Ah, I did miss one there. Huh. I'll have to find that one somehow. Maybe. It would be nice to, at least. They are moody. Don't make good pets. Interestingly, they are indeed. One is indeed a pet in Finding Nemo, I think. But also not very happy to be a pet. Dang. Frogfish. That thing wiggling up there. They are bold. They are not afraid of you. My first encounter with one was one swimming directly into me. Alright. Pat, were those hints about... So there was a hint that said, that gave numbers to where, to each thing. Was that the, yeah, I think the numbers, it gave you numbers for, where you find each thing on your diving chart. In fact, I can open that up right now. Because I have the video here. Because I'm recording it right now, of course. Fish sighting 3. Diving chart overview. Yeah. So 1 to 12 is Mary Bay, which I figured. So I missed one fish there. 13 through 21 are Tidal Wave, 22 through 31 are Rocky Ridge, and 32 through 40 are Mystery Sea. Very interesting. 1 second. There you go. So I did miss one. I can go back to try to find that later, maybe. Before we move on to the next area, though, I might actually do another find the fish dive. I figured we'd have a description or something. Find a tang. I can do that. Find an idol. I can do that too. Taking photos is much harder though. Thread fin. Yes, I found those before too. Huh. That's the one I'm missing. I never found any of those. I never found any butterfly fish in the free roam. I have no idea where they could be. But as you can see, the fish are not in their usual locations in this mode. Do I have to remember everything I have to find? Jeez. Am I only supposed to be in this one little lit up circle then? You're over here. That's the idols. And there would not normally... there wouldn't... There definitely would not normally be a dolphin here at least. So I don't think this is so much annoying. Yeah, and there are way fewer fish here than normal. So this isn't quite a normal free dive in terms of what fish are where. So it's not going to be useful, I don't think, to figure out where the butterfly fish are. Hello, fish anywhere? So there are just no fish though. There are the tangs. And we had the butterfly fish and the threaded whatever. Just called something like that. I guess the idea here might be you just look in every little corner and eventually find a fish. I'm not sure. It's not that big of an area you have to cover, but at the same time, you do swim very, very slowly. Can I go more towards the center though? I noticed the dolphin and the turtle, of course. I didn't even notice the butterfly fish going past me there, jeez. It's kind of hard to identify some of these with how small they are. Basically, at this point I'm just saying I just have to find some fish. That's really it. It's not that I have to identify which fish they are. Like here, I saw some fish. I don't see them anymore. I saw some fish out of the corner of my eye. There we go. Jeez. Those are tough to see. So how many levels are there on here? Oh, I'm not even allowed to go into the other ones. Huh. Okay. Actually, I should probably do this next time. 6 dolphins. Everyone. Well, it'll hardly be pretty easy, actually.